Papoose is the wealthiest man that I've been with. And that's like no faking. I haven't paid for a flight, a hotel, a fucking purse, nothing, and I don't know how long. Food. He take care of everything.
Wait, Claressa Shields got played, and Remy Ma already told us this wasn't an accident. This was a setup. Papoose and Remy had a plan from day one, and Claressa walked right into it. Claressa always rode hard for Papoose, said he was the first man who ever treated her right, the first one who was really there for her. But here's what she didn't know. She was paying him to be there, literally, her own money, funding her own heartbreak. And Remy Ma, she already let that whole secret slip, called Claressa Papoose's latest come-up. Straight up, no hesitation. So why is nobody talking about it? Because Remy knows exactly what she's doing. Drop the truth, then let the silence bury it. And the scariest part? It's working.
Okay. You're a user, and you over there playing with that girl. You over there playing with her. If I thought she would believe it and would listen or even care. Because anytime somebody gonna say, like, yeah, they told me what the situation was and I accepted it.
Someone wait. It just got worse because now there's receipts. New evidence is coming out that Papoose hasn't just been using Claressa. He's been robbing her, straight up stealing from her funds, quietly, consistently, to clear his own debts. And the most disgusting part? He's not stopping. Not until she has absolutely nothing left. No money, no resources, nothing. This man looked Claressa Shields, a world champion, in the eye and decided she was his personal ATM. And Remy Ma called it. She called all of it. So the real question is, how long has Claressa known? Because at some point, silence starts to look like something else entirely.
Oh, I'm never gonna stop talking about my man. I just brought him his food in the back because he was upstairs. Ain't that y'all joke? Oh, he's upstairs. Just brought him his food. And y'all talking shit, but guess what? Ain't nobody gonna ever make me stop talking about my man. That's what y'all think y'all gonna do. You're not gonna do it. Whenever I feel like saying Papoose's name, I'm gonna say his name. Clark it.
Let's be real for a second, before all this drama. Claressa Shields was that girl, two-time Olympic gold medalist, world champion, the only boxer, male or female, to be undisputed champion in 4 weight classes, holding titles in 5 divisions. There's even a whole movie about her life, The Fire Inside. Destiny Ryan plays her, but nobody's talking about any of that because every time her name pops up in the news, it's about Papoose. Either she's going off on the internet over their relationship, or she's got something to say about him. Every single time. And that's exactly the problem. Because while Claressa's out here letting her legacy get buried under relationship drama, Papoose is quietly cashing in on everything she built. Think about it. This man is suddenly performing at arenas and packed stadiums. We haven't seen this much Papoose in over a decade by himself. He never pulled those numbers, not even when he was with Remy Ma. But with Claressa? Doors are flying open. She's got him working as her manager, her boxing promoter, talking about how they build together. And one of those opportunities they built together, an $8 million multi-fight deal with Salida Promotions, and Win Records, a record label. Claressa thought she was building an empire with her man. Papoose knew exactly which one of them was the empire.
Impossible without Papoose.
His transition to the executive suite as a creative director of the record company helped broker the deal that secures Shields' spot as one of the highest paid female boxers in the business.
As a fan, watching Claressa from the outside, I never seen someone who was more deserving.
So let's talk about what that $8 million deal actually means, because it's not what they sold her. Win Records, that's not a boxing promoter. That's a music management label. Papoose's label. The one where H.E. is the main artist and head of the hip-hop division. Claressa Shields is literally the first athlete they've ever signed. So what does a label like that actually do for her? They control her appearances, her branding, her endorsement deals. Every move she makes publicly, they've got a hand in it. And for that, they're taking 10 to 20% off the top. Gone. Before she sees a single dollar, then there's Salida Promotions. They're the actual boxing side. Securing fights, handling events, selling broadcast rights to Netflix, ESPN, you name it. Sounds good, right? Except they're also taking a cut. So let's add this up. Win Records takes their slice. Salida Promotions takes their slice. And by the time everyone's done eating, Claressa is left with scraps, while she is the one stepping into the ring. Shay is the one taking punches to the jaw. Shay is the one breaking her body to generate all of that money. And Papoose, he's sitting at the table at a label that has his name on it, eating
to make
first.
the money.
Impossible, y'all. But you know what I'm gonna say it. It wouldn't have been possible without Papoose. Papoose and Win, Papoose and Win Records have been working together for about 3-4 years now, and since I've met Ruben, he has been just so nice and so open. And the last fight when we had so much success at LCA where we sold out 16,000 fans, that was because myself, Papoose, Win Records, and Sleep Promotions all worked together collectively to make that work. So I'm so grateful to them, and so grateful that I have a team who understands that, who understands my value, and who want to see me win. And we're going to continue to work together and make this big. So congrats.
Claressa Shields just got herself a 360 deal. You know, the same deal that had music artists for decades wondering where all their money went after doing all the work. And the crazy part, she walked into it willingly. Why? Because Papoose had his hands all over it. Claressa even said it herself at the press conference. This deal wouldn't have happened without Papoose. She said that, out loud, on camera. And right now, Claressa is the only talent on Win Records. The whole label is running on her back, her fights, her name, her body. Without her, that label is nothing. But here's where it gets really dark. Papoose gets a commission just for bringing her in. So every gig Claressa gets, Papoose gets a cut. Every deal she signs, Papoose eats. And the streets are saying that money is going straight to one place. His tax debt. Papoose hasn't paid taxes in 12 years. Owes the IRS over $300,000. And Remy Ma? She owes over $600,000. Together, that's over $1 million owed to the IRS. So now ask yourself, why is Remy Ma out here calling Claressa a come-up, acting unbothered when she is still married to the same man? Papoose filed for divorce, but it's never been finalized, and Remy, she reportedly pulled the divorce off the table entirely. They argue publicly, they throw shots at each other. But behind closed doors, they're still husband and wife, almost like the whole thing was never really a breakup at all.
And we saw that he currently owes and has not paid taxes for the past, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12, but 13 years. This man, what does that say, Jasmine? 3, what say?
I want to say it says
that's the 180,000 top name of who? Taxpayer? William Mack, but he ain't paying no taxes, so he shouldn't be called a taxpayer. He should be called tax ower. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. And so these are just Papooses. Now, the reason I think that this is a Tinder swindler, the reason I think that there's some tricking going on here is because when Papoose and Remy were together doing an endorsement in a fur coat show store the other day, she seemed very happy to be there. When I found her tax record, what is it? Yeah, let me see. How much is those tax liens? Remy currently has $622,474.76. Guess who's gonna pay it? Guess who's gonna pay it? The one, according to her own cousin, okay, that got a disability check when she was a kid for being just a tad bit off.
And now people are finally connecting the dots because none of this adds up by accident. Remy Ma and Papoose working together on this? At this point, it's not even a theory anymore. Think about it. Even if Papoose dumps Claressa tomorrow, he still wins. That 3 and 60 deal doesn't disappear. His commission doesn't disappear. His cut of her earnings? Still there. If Claressa wants to box, he gets a piece. If she decides she wants to rap, he gets a piece of that too. This man built himself a money pipeline with Claressa's name on it. And it runs whether they're together or not. And where does all that money go? Straight to the IRS debt. His $300,000 and Remy's $600,000, because here's the part everyone keeps forgetting. They are still legally married, which means Papoose can still be held liable for Remy's debt too. So he's not just saving himself, he's using Claressa's money to save them both. Remy gets to sit back, talk her mess, act like she's above it all, while her husband does the dirty work. And Claressa? She's in the ring taking hits, funding a marriage she doesn't even know she's part of.
I feel like Claressa has been taken advantage of her whole life, okay? And I want to say this, because she's been boxing since forever. I don't know her childhood, but I do know that her best friend who grew up with her came out and made some rather disturbing videos about Claressa being taken advantage of, you know, when she was younger as a young boxer by her coaches and getting pregnant and things like this. And so when I see people like Papoose enter the cash app requesting money from people like Claressa, after Remy has already warned us that, you know, he preyed on her when she was in jail. He wasn't making no money. It was Remy's money. And she said she put everything in his name only to come out and then have to work, and then he's getting the benefit of the solid black man, of the black man that's holding everything down. And so when I look at this same thing possibly being done to Claressa, and she's slow by default, and I'm talking about slow as in, you know, she probably got some early stage, you know, some issues going on, being knocked around, you know, it does have an effect on your brain and on your cognitive thinking and stuff, and you're not able to see straight. And if she was already taken advantage of by her coaches, surely it's easier for a bum like this to come in and take advantage of her too. I personally think they're still sleeping together. That's just my thing. I'm just gonna hold that right there.
Country 6 and the internet is begging Claressa to wake up. Because right now, both Remy Ma and Papoose need her connected to them. She's the engine. They're just along for the ride. And if she doesn't wake up soon, she's going to open her eyes one day and have absolutely nothing left. The money, the leverage, the legacy, gone. Look, the homework is done. The receipts are in. Claressa Shields is getting played faster than a New York minute. Papoose is absolutely preying on this woman. And the saddest part? The signs are all there every time she speaks. She's insecure. She's obsessed with a man who clearly does not feel the same way. And it's heartbreaking, because this woman has been through so much already. She deserves real love, real loyalty, real people in her corner, not a man who sees her as a come-up, and a wife who's quietly collecting the benefits. Claressa, if you ever see this, sis, please, wake up before there's nothing left to wake up to. But that's just what the streets are saying. What do you think? Drop it in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you even doing here? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.